So good evening. What a mesmerizing evening it has been. Straight out of an international award ceremony. My heartiest congratulations to one and all who have pieced this evening together. This works. Does this work? Okay, so I'll repeat again. It has been a very, very mesmerizing evening. And I thank all those who have put this great evening together. It has been out of some international award ceremony sort of an event. So, heartiest congratulations to all those who have pieced this evening together and brought it to us in the most mesmerizing, most meticulous, most granularly effective sort of a function. So we start from there. Kudos to Dr. Nisar Ahmed for unraveling his life and creating an institution which has gone far beyond his imagination. Kausar ma'am and Director PGI Dr. Nafisa Ahmed, heads of institutions of different Presidency Group institutions. Anita Nair has already left, the chief guest of the function, students, and all those present here. I think the general theme of this function, switching slightly away for very well-deserved and great tribute which we have showered on Dr. Nisar Ahmed. I think I'm inspired. How about you guys? Are you inspired? Correct. So the theme of the function is, we owe it to you. Who do we owe it to? Any answers? Inclusive of the management and the family which runs the Presidency Group of Institutions. I think the theme of this program, which I've seen in the last 3 hours, is we owe it to you. We owe it to whom? We owe it to the teachers. We owe it to the heads of institutions. We owe it to those livers which have made this institution come where it has. So Dr. Ahmed, he is an institution builder. But with the institution builder, who do you require? You require the brick and the mortar and the magic sauce. And we saw a couple of them here just before my address. So these are the institutional builders who have helped him create the empire which he has. I generally don't go in for chief guest sort of speeches. I'm a professional public speaker and I generally restrict to professional public speaking on a couple of topics. What I found here, though I came here as chief guest, it has been an immense eye-opener for me. Immense eye-opener for me of the nature of educational entrepreneurship which is happening in the country and which brings Bangalore to the center stage of the knowledge capital of this country, and for which Dr. Nisar Ahmed is also one of them. Though I don't come from academics or from education, may I tell you that teaching is my calling in life. And I have been teaching regularly in IITs and IIMs for the last 20 years on a variety of topics. What is learning? Can any of the teachers tell me? All of you have heard of artificial intelligence. Have you? One of the real propagators of artificial intelligence, a guy called Demis Hassabis, who founded DeepMind, he told you crack intelligence and you will be able to crack everything. He got a Nobel Prize last year. Correct. What do the teachers do? They crack learning for us. That magical formula of learning, which they cracked for me. I'm a history postgraduate and I run a technology company. My career has been policing and governance, and one of the leading TV panelists and the public speakers in this country. I started from the backwaters of Bihar. I started from backwaters of Bihar in a place where even speaking Hindi was not the norm. The norm was some local dialect. And there's a sister. I come from a purely Jesuit missionary educational background for 12 years and 5 years with the Protestants in St. Stephen's College. This teacher taught me what English I don't know in an environment which was completely vernacular. Vernacular means a vernacular you can't even imagine of. And lo and behold, from there I go to St. Xavier's and then to St. Stephen's College and down the line at 59, 60 years of age. I'm one of the biggest proponents of English in this country. I write on a daily basis. And yesterday was 3,120th article which I've written. Writing every day from 26th of September 2016. Every single day, it would be around 15 lakh words. You can just cull out 15 to 20 books out of it. So we are here to basically say a big thank you to the unsung heroes of India's educational ecosystem, who come, who toil, who slog, and who go back unknown. And that is how the grind goes on and on and on. But what do you see? Lots have been told about the 50-year-old journey. And whatever has been told is something which is fairy tale, which only a visionary like Dr. Ahmed could have made it happen. It is there right in front of you, in brick and mortar, in education, in students, in variety of other things. But as we move further, do you feel that learning will remain the way it is? Yes or no? As we move further, do you feel learning will remain the way it is? There are teachers in engineering colleges who are scared of facing the students because there is so much of knowledge which is already available in the public domain, a knowledge which is global, of a benchmark which is unimaginable. So the educational institutions, as they move further, will have to battle it out, not with comparable educational institutions, but with things like artificial intelligence. So that is where we are. What really struck me in this whole journey of presidency so far, and I believe it will continue, and it should, in the interest of everybody, is the nature of human relationship, which I have seen this whole exercise. And the way Dr. Ahmed has been dealing and giving these institutional awards, and he's literally gone out of the way to pay his tribute to every single contribution. So he has both been a mentor, a friend, and also an employer. And the way he has built up talent, from a clerk to chief of human resource and things of that nature, that each of them today have become pillars in their own right to push and propel Presidency Group of Institutions further and further and further. And at the main leg of work, which generally doesn't come out to the public, is what he has been talking about, is your legal, your acquisition, your banking, your funds, your EMIs, and variety of other things. Why I come to the educational institutions precisely for the reason I get to talk to you guys. I get to put forth my ideas. I also get to tell you as to where the world is going. Where the world is going today, and India is already missing out. And that is the world of artificial intelligence. And I would request Dr. Ahmed and people who are running the management of this great group of institutions is to think over and see how they bring artificial intelligence tool in their normal functioning, where lots and lots of industries are literally getting decimated. So that is, as it may be, it's time that we change the teaching pedagogy. And we bring in a nature of technology which is literally transforming, which is tectonic in nature, and which brings in the latest thought process globally. So we face a challenge. We are at the watershed moment in education. We are also at the watershed moment of intelligence, where machines are being believed today more than human beings. So this is where we are. Now this is a time where you break over from this regular thing and you move ahead. So I'll give you one or two instances about my teachers, and then we will call it today, or I'll call it today, and the program can go on. So I was in my 9th standard, and I realized that I'll not be doing well. For sure, I knew that I'll not be doing well. And I did not want to study in any of those PU colleges. And I was convinced of the fact that if you want to make big, you have to study in some +2 school, which means ISC. And there's only 3 great schools at that particular point in time. And I was very sure of the fact that I'll not do well. So I started writing the principal of St. Xavier's School in Bokaro Steel City. His name was Father McNamara. And lo and behold, I got what I expected. So I got 58.3%, which was not good enough to get admission anywhere in any of the good schools. So I tried my level best. As I expected, I failed everywhere. And then I went to Father McNamara. He was an Australian father. So I went to him on, I think somewhere around 8th of August, when classes started on 22nd of June. So I went to him. He remembered my letters. I used to write it on postcard or inland letters or something of that nature. He remembered. I said, okay, we will give you admission. I was very elated. That was 8th of August 1980. I said, no, I'll take 10 more days. And I have to go back to my place and come back. He says, you're already late by around 3 months. And still you say you'll come after 10 days. But whatever love or affection he had for a boy he did not know who was 15 years of age, he said, okay, come and join on the 18th of August. You will not delay any further. I said, okay, fine. 18th of August, coming from a very mediocre school, a very mediocre student in the backwaters of Bihar, 18th of August 1980 and 16th of July 1982, in less than 2 years, I was in St. Stephen's College on my own merit. And rest is history. This is Father McNamara. And down the line in the year 2006, here in Bangalore, Father McNamara had come. And we were discussing something. And I realized my home district called Palamu in Bihar, this Jesuit missionary had worked there for 16 years in backwaters of nowhere. And that is the love and affection he had, that a boy trying from backwaters of Bihar, trying to get into a good school, certainly means that this fellow has the guts, courage and the gumption, though he is not doing academic well, to do well in life. And rest is history. So these are what teachers mean to us. And I as a teacher, not in a proper formatted structure sort of a thing, I've been able to guide large number of people. If you get into the want or whatever is your feeling, or somebody feels this is the lacuna, if you get into that and if you are able to guide him, and if you are there in the crisis situation, I think that is what a teacher needs to do. If you know your student, you can guide your student and you can be with the student at every single point in time. And one more I remember, there's some lady by name Lucy ma'am in National Public School in Indiranagar. My son was studying there. So one day we get something on the diary that parents are supposed to meet, and we were scared. And Lucy ma'am was a terror in NPS in Indiranagar, let me tell you. So we went there. I dressed up also properly, and me and my wife, we went there. So after that our number came. So we sat down, literally trembling sort of a thing. And then she says, I just call you people to compliment for the nature of grooming you have provided to your child. So we're extremely thankful we got out of the place. So that is where it is. So there are teachers who put their life and blood for the benefit of the students. But what is happening today with the commercialization which we see and literally lack of interpersonal relationship. This digital media is coming in way of education. Let me tell you very, very clearly, if you are not able to handle the digital media, literally what has happened in today's world, I don't think there are many students around. I can tell very openly and very frankly that the parents have given up their responsibility. And we suffered in the hands of our parents. We are suffering in the hands of our children also. We suffered in the hands of our parents. We are suffering in the hands of our children also, let me tell you, with all amount of clarity and humility. Now this cannot go on. This cannot go on. So it has to be a very tacit understanding between teachers and the parents to work together in the fulfillment of creating a child, I call it a product, with an IT perspective, which has both the expertise and the acumen, and most importantly, to face crisis. What we are finding today that people are not ready to face crisis. That's the biggest challenge. And compliments once again to Dr. Ahmed, because we have been hearing of the 2-bedroom house. Correct. The great IT behemoth called HP. It is known as the garage company. So in the very same manner, he is the 2 BHK man who has transformed the education landscape of Karnataka and beyond. Starting from nowhere, he got into the Forbes list. I wish him strength, and I wish equal strength to those pillars we have provided him strength, inclusive of Kausar ma'am and the young daughter who is about to take over the reins. If she has not, technically she has, but about to take over the reins of Presidency Group of Institutions. My connect with your university and your schools might be you're not aware of. I delivered a lecture at this university around 8 years back on cybersecurity. I was a part of your NAC group of in Hebbal, in that Presidency College where Dr. Suchitra Nair was heading it. One more connect is Dr. Sapna was head of law here. So Sapna is known to me. So like that, I have my connects. Fortunately, because of my public speaking, I've been interacting with people all across, from academia to government to a variety of other things. The last point, Dr. Ahmed, you have brought it to this place. I would love to see Presidency University be one of the top 10 institutions in this country. You have the capability to it. Shriram College of Commerce became #1 commerce college in 8 years' time. Lady Shriram College became one of the top women's college in 8 years' time. And National Law School of India University became the #1 law school in India in 8 years' time. Thank you. Wish you all luck. Thanks for inviting me and giving me this honor and opportunity and the privilege to address you guys. You are wonderful. Make your institution great. Make every dream come true. Thank you. Best of luck.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sahay.